So let me go ahead now and show you each and every one of these menu options. So what I'm going to do is plug this into my computer. So this does recommend that you plug it in for 2 hours before you use it to charge the battery in it. So I am going to plug the power in. And once you plug the power in, just like with any dash cam, it starts recording. And you'll notice it starts recording because it blinks that record button, red. And to get into the menu mode, you have to stop the recording. To stop the recording, you push this record button here. And you'll notice the red has stopped. And now that the red has stopped, what I'm going to do here is go into the modes, and I'm going to toggle the modes. So you notice when I push this, I toggle between the camera and the configuration menus. So I'm going to push it again. And once you get into this configuration menu, the default is the record setup. To navigate between all the options, you push the arrow keys up and down. That's to access your files. That's the record setup. This is the system setup. And this is the GPS setup. Now, it comes with a separate GPS model that is not included in the standard package. Now I'm going to go in to the record setup, click OK, or let me go to system setup first, click OK, and I'm going to navigate through all of the options for you. So that is the language. I'm going to click OK to select it and show you all of the language options. So I'm going to choose English. Now I'm going to go down, and that is the format, which is to format the SD card. And if you click OK, it's simply going to format. The time setup. So this is the date and time setup. And I'm just going to click OK for all of these to toggle through it. This is the auto LCD on or off. So you could set it to be on or off for up to 3 minutes. So off is that it's on all the time. And then 30 seconds is the screen itself will turn off after 30 seconds or 1 minute or 3 minutes. And I've selected 3 minutes. So off is that the screen will be on constantly, or this LCD screen will be on constantly. Now the key sound, if I click on that, on or off, I have it as on. Non-use, power off. So that's set to 3 minutes or 5 minutes or off. So that's when it's not in use. Flicker frequency, just have it on as auto. Firmware version. So that just displays the version of the firmware. And that's to go back to the default settings. So those are the options for the system config. Now I'm going to go to the record setup, and I'm going to click OK. And you can select the resolution. I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to navigate now up and down. So you'll see I have it set at 1080p HDR. So 1080p at 30 frames a second high definition. And this is the 1296p. So this is the highest resolution at 30 frames a second. And this is normal 1080p at 30 frames a second. This is 720p at 60 frames a second. So this will be lower resolution, but it'll have a higher frame rate, meaning it'll have less blur. So those are the options. Let me go through them again fairly quickly. And I do have mine at 1080p HDR. Loop recording. So all of these are loop recording, meaning that once it'll overwrite an older file and just keep on recording. So that's the default. And these are basically choices of how big a file you want it to be, whether it's 3 minutes each file, 5 minutes each file. And once again, it'll just keep on overwriting the files unless you choose off. So I have it at the default 3 minutes. G-sensor, so that's when it detects shock or vibration, it will save your most current file that it's on. So I'm gonna choose that, show you some sensitivity here. I actually have it at off, and the mic, whether the mic is on or off, I will choose on here. So the mic is right here, so that's whether it records sound or not. Now, going down, parking monitor, so that's the motion detection. And to have that, you really need it hardwired into your car. So I have it on at off. Exposure, I'll just have it at the default 0. Car set, so that's whether you want to set a number on the video itself. So I'll skip that. The stamps, so it lets you choose what's on the video, for example. And I've chosen to have basically, you know, all of these other stuff on the video itself, imprinted and stamped on the video. So those are the choices. Daytime, the logo, the GPS stamp, which is only beneficial if you have the GPS module. The car number, which is sort of basically the license plate. So I don't need those. And the next is time lapse. I just totally ignore that, but you could turn it on or off. I have it on at off. And delayed power off. So once the power is cut to it, basically when you get out of your car and you turn off the ignition, do you want it to record for 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 seconds? And I guess I'll have it on 15 seconds. But that's really it. That is the complete modes. I'll go quickly into the GPS setup, even though I don't have a GPS. So it's on or off. And this is miles per hour or kilometers. And if I go back to mode, there's the file mode. Click OK. And you could see all of the files. So I'm going to go in. And now you can navigate through all the files and watch them on this. Of course, most people just you know, take their SD card and put it in the computer. But that's really it. That is the complete the complete menu options for this camera. And I hope that helped, and please subscribe, and thank you for watching.